Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I sat down in front of the camera and actually talked, but today I have a bit more of a serious video, I guess you can say. I know for me this was a serious topic for myself because it's my life, my everyday life, it affects my future. So this is a serious video for me. I also wanted to make this video because I know a lot of college students struggle with school in a different way, and it's sometimes hard to explain to other people or your parents because they may not understand the way you feel or what you're thinking, especially when you're in school. I'm not sure everybody else's parents went to college, but mine didn't, so I don't think they understand when you're in when you go to college and you go away and you're away from all of your family and you're depending on yourself only, and you also have to make sure that everything is good, because if things aren't paid for, they're kicking your ass out of there. You're not going to school. You also have to make sure your grades are up to par, because of course everyone wants a great GPA, 4.0, 3.0, whatever you want, whatever you're striving for. We all want that. We all want to make Dean's List. We all want to be the best we can be of ourselves, right? Right. I know that's what I wanted for myself, and I know that's what my family wanted for me, but I don't think they understand everything that a student deals with. They say you're stressed about nothing, but it's real stuff that you're stressed about. It's not just because it may seem minor to you, it doesn't mean it's minor to a student. Because you're struggling with doing your homework, making sure your classes are paid, trying to keep up with your social life. That's a lot of things to be doing all at once. And then the crappy food on top of it doesn't help. So we all know, if you're in school, if you're not college, let's say college. If you're in college and you want to wait to college, you know how everything could just look like one big blur. One big blur. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So I'm going to go over 3 main, maybe the only reasons that I dropped out of the university I was going to. I do currently now go to community college, which is way better for me in so many different ways. I'm not talking about the curriculum, because that wasn't the hard part to me. I wasn't worried about that at all, but everything else that impacted me when I was going away to school, when I went away to school. To the first big reason, the big elephant in the room, everyone knows. Let's start with the cost of school. So as a high school student, a freaking senior, you're excited about, first of all, getting out of high school, and second, if you're going to college, you're just ready for your future after high school. You're so excited about what the future has in store for you, right? I was, so I know other people are. So once you're in high school, I know for myself, I was not thinking at all about the cost of college. I was people will say it costs a lot, but whatever, some way it'll get paid. That's what I was thinking in my little immature mind, very immature. Because we're 18, graduated, you just turned an adult. So you're not really thinking an adult. You're a young adult, you're not thinking a grown adult, I'm thinking now. So on top of tuition being freaking $20,000 a semester, a freaking semester. So you figure you have fall, then you have spring semester. That's $40,000 for 1 year. So imagine if you're going to a 4-year college, you do the math, how much is that? And then on top of that, you have your books that you have to pay for, excuse me, but half the time you're not even using those books, so what do you need them for? So the cost of school was just ridiculous. The first year, I forgot to say this, but I did my full freshman year. I dropped out after fall semester, sophomore year, because I just had it to my point. You're gonna understand why. So yeah, the cost of books was ridiculous. You're spending $500 on books per semester that you're barely going to use. And then they require you to have it. I require you to have this book. Then they make you open the book one time to read one paragraph in there when you could literally just cheat on the whole thing. So that's a big ass scam right there. Like, who needs $1 for that when you can look everything up online? Like, that's so unnecessary. Like, that was unnecessary. And then another thing with the cost was financial aid. Of course, some people can get financial aid, some can't. But it's like unfortunate when like your parents honestly and truly cannot pay for school. Like, they don't have the means to. But because their income is saying that they make this much money and you have, like, I don't know what they do with financial aid because I'm not in that. Like, I don't know what that deals with. But I guess they just see it figures. So if they say your parents are making $80,000 combined, they're gonna be like, oh, well, she can pay this much for school. Like, no, I can't. Even if they both are making $80,000 separately, they have other things to do. I know personally, I have a lot of siblings, so that does not work for me at all. Like, it's not just me who has to go to school; it's all of us who have to go to school, and it just doesn't work. And I know that's like not my fault, but then it falls back on you in the future, it falls back on you because if they don't have the means to do it, I don't have the means to do it because what can I get? I tried to get several loans on my own when I was freaking 18, 19 years old. No, you're not getting them. No bank is going to trust you to pay anything back when you don't have a job because you're in college, you're a freshman in college, and you're doing God knows what at this point. So, like, of course, you don't have the means to pay it back. I'm not going to help you. So that was a big problem on its own. I literally got forced out of school because of that main reason. That was the main reason. Too much. It just cost too much. The second reason, my personal reason for me to drop out was depending on other people. I'm the type of person, I'm very independent. I love to do things on my own. If I don't have to ask you for something or to do something for me, I will not. I hate that. I have to make my own money. I have to have my own car. Like, I have to do everything myself. Like, that's just the type of person I am. That's the type of person I always was. When I was 13, I got my first job, made my own money, bought my own, like, clothes and everything. Like, that's always how I've been. Like, I have to provide for myself because I need to. I just don't like depending on other people and for people to say, well, I do this, and that for you and blah, 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 blah. I hate that. I don't like that. I don't like when people can hold something over you because they have something, like, up on you that you can or cannot do for yourself. Like, if I can do for myself, I'm going to do for myself all the time. So I hated that. I hated asking, like, family members for money, even though, like, they were willing to give it because they understand, like, I'm in school and everything. But I hate asking other people for money. Like, I do not want to take anybody's money away from them. It's just like, I can't do that. I know some people could do that, but I can't. Like, I'm not that type of person. I couldn't do that. And I don't know if other people are like that, but, like, I've always had a job. I've always depended on myself to give, like, buy myself clothes, buy myself food. Like, I'm not going to say always, but since I was 13, that's what I've done. So I wanted to keep on doing that. I didn't like that. I also didn't like asking people for rides places. Like, had to ask to get a ride home, a ride down the street to the grocery store, a ride to class, because sometimes it was freezing cold. Like, I live in Pennsylvania. It's freezing cold here in the wintertime, so you don't want to walk or, like, your fingers will freeze off, gloves or no gloves. Like, I didn't have time for that. I hated that. Just don't like asking people for anything. And I know there's other people or other students out there that are that same way. And of course, it's like, you can get a job on campus, which I did. And how much money were we making an hour? And I think it was like $8 an hour. We worked like 2-hour shifts. What the hell is that? And again, going back to the nasty food on campus, that's what I spent my money on. I know this isn't like it isn't like a necessity, but I just love I love to go shopping. So, like, shopping is my thing. Like, I like to do that. I like to look up new clothes, I like to get new clothes. It makes me feel good. So I like the way it makes me feel. So I'm going to do it, right? Right. But you can't do it if you don't have money. If you're making $8 an hour, only working 2-hour shifts, that was nothing. And of course, I couldn't get a job off campus because I didn't have a ride. And the location of my school was literally in the middle of nothing. Literally nothing was near. So how was I going to get to and from work if I even did get a job? How? Doesn't make sense. So I hate not being able to provide at least money for myself, food for myself. Like, if I can get it on my own, I would. And I obviously couldn't do it at school. And the third and last reason why I dropped out is because I was honestly getting depressed. It wasn't like a deep, dark depression, but I felt like, I just felt depressed, and I knew I was. Like, I just came over and I was just like, I have to get out of this situation. Like, I didn't want to go in my room. I would only come out of my room to eat, go to the dining hall, and to go to class. Literally all I did. Eat, go to class, and go to the gym sometimes. That's all I did all day, every day. I didn't even want to be like around people. I just wanted to be by myself, like alone, confined, like my thoughts to myself. I would sometimes just like, when I was in my room, I would just like cry. And I was like, what am I crying for? I don't know what I'm crying for, because nothing happened to me. Like, I had a normal day, but like, I would just sit in my room and just cry. And then I would just be like, okay, I'm better. Like, I just like, Taisha, something's wrong with you. You should not just be having these weird mood swings for no reason. Literally, that's all I wanted to do. And I went to school with my best friend. Was it fun with her? Yes. Freshman year, loved it. I loved it so much. I was like, I can't wait to go back to school. Like, I hate to be at home. Can't wait to go back to school. I don't know what happened that sophomore year. It just wasn't for me anymore. I don't know what changed, because I was still with my best friend. We met another friend, so that was good. Like, I was around friends that I liked. It's not like I didn't like them or anything. I just didn't want to be there anymore. And it was just crazy to me, because freshman year I was fine. Then sophomore year I was just like, this isn't for me anymore. I just couldn't do it. I remember sometimes sitting in my room, the only thing I would want to do was go home. I'd be like, I can't wait for the weekend. I want to go home. And then I got home, like, of course I was happier, but then I was so sad, because I was like, here comes Monday, I have to go back. And I was just like so sad, and I was like, why am I so sad about this? I just don't understand. So the only thing I could think of to do was, I mean, again, I was already getting pushed out of school because the cost of, I couldn't afford freaking staying in school. But then also I was like, I have to do this for myself. This is not good for me, just because everyone else wants me to get an education, and they're like pushing me to do it in a way. Like, they're rooting for me to do it. Like, you have to go to school. And I also have little sisters that look up to me and stuff, so I always want to look like a good example for them as well. So I didn't want to like, oh yeah, my sister went to school, but like she dropped out. Like, what does that sound? That's not what my sisters do. Like, it was just so much on me. I just felt like this was everything else, and this was me. Like, it just wasn't working at all. So by me dropping out, me like basically reevaluating my life. Now me in school, or like everything else in me, or like this. I mean, sometimes I get like this again, like everything else me, but I like to have the control. So it's like this right now. Like, I have the control. I can do everything on my own. Like, I can make better for myself, which I am. The only downside I would say to me dropping out is that I'm not getting my bachelor's degree. But I'm gonna get that anyway. And I like, sometimes I would just think to myself, like, what are you even in a rush to get it for? Like, just because I graduate and get my degree doesn't mean I'm gonna pop out and get a job. Oh, I love this job. Like, no, because that doesn't happen. So I also had to put everything into perspective for myself. Like, you have to do what's better for you. At the end of the day, when everything is said and done, if I'm not happy with my life, then I don't want it. Because the only thing that matters to me is happiness. And that's what I figured out. And that's where I'm at now. So if you're not happy, don't do it. Don't do it because other people. Do it because you want to do it. That makes you feel good, and that makes you happy, no matter what anyone says. You don't have to take everyone else's advice, because I don't always take everyone someone else's advice. If so, I wouldn't be here right now. And I'm the happiest I've ever been, I think, in my life. The happiest. So, again, if it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. And don't listen to the BS. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope it helped. I hope my story helps someone in a way, whether, I don't know. I just hope it makes an impact on you and what you do with your future. Whether you want to go to school or not, maybe you're thinking about it, or you want to go back, you haven't been back in a while. If you feel like it's going to make you happy, do it. You never know unless you try something. Just try it. You may actually like it, because it's not, the work's hard, but when you actually accomplish something and you see that, oh my goodness, like I did this, like, I don't know, that's just how I feel. Like, I've never felt, in high school, I never felt smart at all. I just thought I was like so dumb, because I literally checked off everybody's page, but I also wasn't trying. But in college, I'm pushing myself to try, especially because I'm taking online classes, so it's not like I'm like, hey, let me see your paper. Like, I can't do that. I have to try them home. So feels pretty great. Love it. And I hope you guys love what you're doing. So thank you for watching my video, and have a great day, evening, night. Bye.